Do you want to know how to set up your device for your child? Well, draw close for a little tech Brawta. Maybe it is that you bought your child a dedicated Apple iPad or an Android tablet. Before you hand it over to them as a parent, you have a responsibility to set it up for them. So in both cases, the first thing you need to do is to set up an account for your child. With the Apple iPad, you need to set up an Apple ID. With the Android device, you need to set up a Google account. Now, the beautiful thing about Apple, you can use a Gmail account to set up your Apple ID, but with Gmail, you have to use a Gmail account to set up a Google account. Go figure. Any which way you look at it, as a parent, you have a responsibility to set up an email address for your child that they can transition into. I'm not saying that you're going to give them the account right now. Maybe they're too young for that. But you want to use a name on the account that they will be happy to have later on. It will just be easier. Trust me on that one. So now that you have the dedicated account, let's start with Apple because I am an Apple fanboy. With Apple, you're going to use your Apple ID to log into the new device that you've gotten for the child. Once you've logged in, you can use family sharing to control a number of features about the device, starting with screen time. Thanks to Apple Family Sharing, you can limit the amount of time your child has access to the screen. You can limit the specific apps that they have access to. You can have all sorts of control about when and where it is that they can use their Apple device. Once it is that you've set that up, you can also turn on location sharing. So you can help them find the device in case it's lost, or you can see where they're using the device and have control over that as well. One of the great features that I love about family sharing, in addition to everything that we've mentioned, is the reporting. With the reporting, Apple gives you rich information about how it is that your child is using the device and which apps that they're using. You can also restrict the apps that they have access to, whether it is that they have access to all the apps on the device, whether they can download new apps, or whether they can buy apps online in the App Store. Like Apple, Google has Family Time, which allows you to have great control. But unlike Apple, many Google devices, many Android devices allow you to log in with multiple users on the same device. This is a feature that Apple just does not offer. And like with Apple, you're going to have control over screen time. You're going to have control over the Google Play Store. You're going to have control over location sharing. You're going to have discrete control over their device. And in both cases, one of the great features is that the child can send a special request to get extra time overall or on a specific app, which you can approve if you want on the device or remotely using another device without upsetting the schedule. So the very next day, back to the same schedule. Want to know more about how it is that you can use technology to make your life easier? Well, don't forget to tune into the big RGR 94 FM every Wednesday morning for Tech for Life.